It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Reckenwell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
Well, how are you today, sir?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I am.
That answers a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. Good show.
We were talking off air about the possible chance of snow.
Yeah. I think it's a strong possibility to say we're going to get something. It's just how much is always remains unclear.
And like you said, the more it gets hyped, the less we normally get. So
Yeah.
with all the hype that we've had, we may not get any.
I think we'll get something. It just depends on how bad and how much.
Walmart had no gas yesterday.
Walmart ran out?
Neither one of the Casey stores had gas yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything about being a gas issue.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, no gasoline. Several of the exchange places for propane tanks out.
I can see that.
The gentleman over at the local hardware store that I get my propane refilled, I got there about 6:30 night before last, and I said, well, if you had a busy day, he said, brother, I've ate my lunch out here. He said, I have been out here since 8:30 this morning, and this is like 6:30. He said, I had to eat my lunch out here. He said, I'm well over 100 tanks.
I'll be darned. No, that doesn't surprise me, though. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Busy.
People getting geared up, and I get it. And my dad, he's out there at the farm. He came in and filled up all of his fuel tanks and got gas ready for the generator and all that just in case. You never know.
You just don't know.
Better be safe than sorry.
However, make sure you've got your blankets ready, you've got some candles ready, you've got batteries. If you've got rechargeable lighting things, make sure that they're charged and ready to go. The big thing is make sure you have something that will help you stay warm.
Yeah.
Because if power goes out for any reason and you don't have any kind of battery backup heat, you're going to be cold.
Sure. And there's a lot of options that are out there. I mean, even the new, now I'm talking about the new ones, the kerosene heaters and stuff you buy are indoor approved and stuff. And you can even get this little vanilla stuff you can pour in there, make it smell like vanilla instead of smell like, the kerosene that burns through it. But, there's a lot of options you can do that don't require, electric heater. You have to have electric.
Yeah. However, it may be a little late in the game to go out and get a kerosene heater.
Yeah.
So
But everybody's out.
get your blankets.
Yes.
I talked to a lady the other day. I said, ma'am, you ready for the cold weather we're going to get and the possibility of a power outage? Oh, yeah, I bought me a new electric blanket. Hello.
I just plug it right in.
Does it run off batteries? Yeah.
It'd be solar powered.
Yeah. So,
That's
you ready
funny.
for your daily quiz?
No, but go ahead.
All right.
Zdora, I need your help here.
Okay.
Back me up,
What
'cause I have
runs all-
not been doing good.
All right, enough. You're going to cut me out on time here. That may be the goal. What runs all day but never gets tired?
Time.
3,
Clock.
2,
Clock, yeah.
1. A river.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Okay, fair enough.
What has a bank but no money?
The river.
A river.
There you go. See,
All right,
see?
so you're still 0 for 2.
No, Zdora counts as me. We're a team. We're one.
You changed it that game.
Yes.
We're one.
We're one.
What has arms but can't hug?
Chair.
Armrests, yeah. Just chair.
Well, you better stick with Zdora because you normally wouldn't get these. What comes once a year, twice a week, but never in a day?
I know this too.
Twice a year.
Twice in a year, twice in a week, never in a day. 3,
No.
2, 1.
Go ahead.
The letter E.
Oh, okay.
But you
Okay.
got to be confident about. What'd you see? You can't just
Yeah, I
guess.
was trying to look. I was trying
Be
to think.
confident. It's kind of what we're trying to teach Sarah over here. Confidence.
Oh, God. Here we go.
What has legs and a back but can't walk? 2.
That one I do
1.
not got.
A chair. What goes up but never comes down? 2, 1. Your age.
Ooh, that was a good one, though. I like that one.
What is black when it's clean and white when it's dirty?
Black when it's clean and white when it's dirty. That I do not know. That's a good one.
I have an answer, but I better not say it. A chalkboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. What can fill a room but takes up no space?
That's an over.
Air.
An aroma.
A light.
Okay.
Okay.
Still with the aroma too.
What gets sharper the more you use it?
Your mind.
No?
No.
Your brain.
Well,
Not your mind.
No,
Your
that's,
now I'm not giving him that one.
you mind?
No.
yes, that's the same
What has
thing.
branches but no leaves?
Bang.
Yeah,
Right.
we did that one the other
Yeah,
day.
it was on the other one the other day,
Because I said government, which,
which was wrong.
what?
It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is their number. They'd be glad to answer any questions you might have about hospice care and what they can do for you and your family. And now the morning prayer. Sir?
Lord, we thank you for this day that you made. We thank you for just giving this day our daily bread, and we thank you for just taking refuge. We ask to just take refuge in you, because with that we have peace in the midst of chaos, Lord. We thank you for what you're doing. In Jesus' name, amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zdora, the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, this is what you see. Oh, not too bad. However, that looks cold.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. I would say that. That looks cold.
It's not the normal warmth feeling you get when you click on that. It looks a little chilly. This is the beautiful White River that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. You're looking at the city of Cotter, their baseball field, their city park to the left. Rainbow Bridge, behind that is the old Trellis Bridge. And if you could see around that bend right there, you'd be looking at Bull Shoals and Bull Shoals Tower. Straight ahead is the state of Missouri. Over to the far right is the city of Mountain Home. In front of that is the city of Gassville. If you'd like to see what's available in this area for sale, just go to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that grabs your interest, then give Linda a call at 870-405-0793. I'm going to run through some temperatures as Scooter lets that go through the Z-clips. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 26. Harrison is 27. Batesville is 33. Yaleville, 26. Marshall is 25. Salem, 23, along with Mountain View, Calico Rock. West Plains, Missouri is at 22. Springfield at 21. Poplar Bluff at 26. And St. Louis, Missouri is at chilly 14 degrees.
Well, that river's low, isn't it?
Looks good. Looks good for now. I'd like to see it ice over. That'd be dandy.
Yeah. Moving river ice is over. We're in trouble.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar. Currently on the radar, as you can see in the national scene, there's nothing going on in Arkansas at the moment, but that is subject to change probably later on this evening. Some rain picking up in Dallas, Texas. all the way over into New Mexico, into Arizona. Some snow and snow showers happening in Denver, going into Kansas, and some in Oklahoma as well later on today. Go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. And as you can see, there's a little bit of rain going to be getting into Texarkana area, probably between 9 and 10 this morning. But from Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville, over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, like I said, it's going to have some wetness later on this morning. We're all pretty clear for right now. On the national scene, look at that.
Yeah.
We're in the middle, so I think we got a pretty good chance.
There might be a chance of something going on. Yeah. We'll just take it at that. Winter storm warning going from all the way from West Texas all the way up into Massachusetts. And yeah, it's going to be cold. Cold and wet. Extreme cold warning way up north. Look at our 7-day forecast. High today is 29, increasing clouds. Chance of snow, then snow. Low of 7 degrees tonight. High tomorrow is going to be 15 with heavy snow. Snow and sleet on tomorrow night with a low of 8 degrees. High on Sunday is going to be 17. Low of -2 on Sunday night. Monday is going to be high of 23 with a low of 3. And then Tuesday, high of 40. Tuesday night, low of 14. Wednesday, high of 34. Thursday, high of 28. So buckle up. Could get cold. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk or Lake Bull Shoals. Did you switch these around? Because they seem to be backwards to me.
I switched them a while back, yeah.
Yeah. Switch them back. I like them the other way. Bull Shoals Lake.
I was trying to make it
6'5"
match the sheet.
Well, change the sheet. 654.49, which is 4.51 below full pool of 659. They're running 1 at minimum flow. Norfolk Lake will be 548.60, which is 3.4 below full pool of 552, and nothing running at Lake Norfolk. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z-Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. We'll be right back.
You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for something to be fixed, take it there, let their mechanics fix it for you. If you know what part it is, you just need the part. They've got a great parts room there as well. If you're looking for some new farm equipment, go by and see them. They've got it all. Probably got some year-end sales going on over there at Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Construction equipment, brake bed trailers, mini skids, they've got them. They got a bunch of stuff out there.
You need a tractor to plow some snow? They got it.
Yeah, but you better hurry. There may be a run on snow tractors. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. Due to the inclement weather that we are expecting for tomorrow, the pancake breakfast at the American Legion Post 52 will be postponed until next week, the 31st, from 7:30 to 9:30. It's going to be pancakes, fruit toppings, biscuits, gravy, orange juice, coffee. $10 for adults. 5 through 12 is $5. 4 and under are free. There you go. That's enough of that. The youth dance at the LC Salmons Youth Center on February the 7th will be from 7 to 9 for grades 6, 7, and 8 only. Boys and girls, $5 fee to get in. You'll have refreshments, good music, open dance, door prizes, photo opportunity, all brought to you by Gregory Jewelers, Cove Coffee, Bouquet Palace, Maurice's Jewelry Junkie by Wendy, and it's Flowers, Small World, the Mountain Home Boys basketball teams, and Scott and Amanda Callies. For more information, call Kelly, 870-424-7275. You can get a chance to win a rifle or a shotgun. You can get a hold of American Legion Post 52. They'll be glad to help you with that. More information, 870-424-6277. It's a 12-gauge shotgun or a 308 rifle, one or the other. See what's going on over here. They have approved the rates for the aquatic center that will be opening up in the next 3 or 4 months. That'd be great. Again, Mayor Adams is warning folks that winter storm is coming. Be prepared. Bids for bargains over at KTLO has been postponed for a weekend just to keep everybody safe so they're not out trying to get around. I don't know if you ever check that out, but it's a good time. I bought a lot of stuff off of that. Bids for bargains. You got something over there, Scooter?
Just going to say they're still doing spring registration for all spring sports. Mountain Home Parks and Rec for bomber ball, t-ball, softball, baseball, and soccer. You can go to cityandmountainhome.com, click on Parks and Rec, and click on Youth Sports.
There you go.
Get them registered.
Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. We'll be back this week in real estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you're
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I got food. I got generators. I got, things to fall back on.
You have warmth.
I have warmth.
You have Miss Linda.
There you go. What more could I ask for?
That's all you need.
What more could I ask for? She's going to take care of me. She'll feed me. She'll make sure that I don't do stupid stuff. Like when I'm out too long with the shovel, she'll be, get in there. Yeah, exactly.
I have my own Pioneer Woman at home. She's got the fireplace ready to cook on if we need to.
There you go.
Hey, what a deal.
Yeah.
She even stacked her own wood like yesterday while I was
Really?
out and about. Oh, yeah. She got it.
Pioneer Woman was right.
Hey, retired life is good.
It is. It is. You got to have something to do. She can only.
Oh, she got plenty to do. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she has extra time. I'm not saying that she doesn't. That she's laying around or eating bonbons and stuff.
Absolutely.
We know that's not true.
Grateful for her and glad she's enjoying what she's doing. So.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, sir, how's the real estate world?
It's good. Things are still moving forward. The numbers are kind of conflicting coming in. It seems like we're busier now than we were last year. And talking to more people are trying to figure out what are they going to do, how they're going to do it. And it's a matter of getting them to the finance and get that done and get clear on representation and then see houses. The days of calling up saying, I'm out in front of this house over here, have you talked to a bank? Have you been pre-approved? Have you sold your house? Things like that. Oh, we're just curious. Yeah, that's pretty much over with. Because it's just a waste of everybody's time. I really don't know why we did it before, why we, the royal we, did it before. But we did, and, you try to convert some. Some would convert long-term. We're going to go back and we're going to put our house up for sale. And depends on where you're at now, what the markets are. Some of these markets aren't what they were before. None of them are what they were during COVID. And it really didn't matter. Even in the cities and stuff that people were trying to get out of, there were other people that were trying to find houses because they were renting. And they were looking to be able to work from home but still have a family. You can live in a smaller apartment when you're just living in it, but when you're working and living out of it, and the two years are like this every day, all day, you decide, we could use a little more space here. And there were a number of children that were conceived during those years, and they're getting a little bigger now. They need their own rooms, so there's a cycle to all of it. People are looking, and we're fortunate here in that a lot of the kids, the younger adults, they're all kids, the younger adults are staying here. They're not as quick to pull the trigger and leave. Some are, they go to school in Fayetteville, wherever, and they realize that that's not the same life there that it was here. And if there's something that they can do here to make a living, they may take a little less money, they may adjust to it to be able to live here in God's country. And so we're seeing younger couples. We're seeing more moderately priced houses. We're seeing more price reductions. We're seeing homes that they can do what you normally, that historically you've done. You buy a house, you fix it up, you build some equity in it, you sell that one, you buy another one, and you go through that process, and it's just part of the cycle of life. That's how you build when they talk about generational wealth. That's where that comes from. It comes from upping your the properties that you own and building up a real estate nest egg. And there's still some great opportunities. We're down, we're a little below 500 now as far as the houses. Number of price changes, the market's adjusting to where we are market-wise, in other places, because people coming here maybe didn't get as much for their house as they did because, say it again and again and again, COVID's over, and we're not going to get that bump of you're not getting that COVID bump as far as supply and demand, and you're not getting that with the interest rates. Interest rates are down. There's programs that are in the high fives, low sixes. I mean, you got to remember that goes with what your credit score is and stuff like that. Not everybody's going to get that rate, but start there. Start with getting pre-approved and seeing what you can afford, and be realistic with that, and then say, okay, if I raise my score another 5 points, what would that do? How would that affect me? And let the people that do that let the bankers, let the mortgage brokers, Kristen Sari, let local bankers stay off of Zillow and Rocket and all that nonsense. Deal with the people that are here in front of you, where you can sit down and talk to them. Wonderful idea. And you're supporting the community as well that you're going to live in. It's going to sponsor your kids' T-ball games.
Well, and the other side of that kicker, Bob, is the fact that if you're dealing with a local bank or a local mortgage company, they know the area. They know the value of what you actually have. You send it all off to a Rocket Mortgage or a XYZ Mortgage. They don't have a clue. They don't know where those houses are. They don't know the neighborhood. They don't know that the house that they're looking to finance is sitting on 3.5 beautiful acres that overlook the lake. They just know the address.
Right, they got the address, and a lot of them they call them drive-by appraisals, but they're doing it online. So they're looking at sales. They have no idea, like you say, of where these things are. Sometimes you get them, and it's down some 3 miles of dirt and all routed up, but the house is, because it was an old farmhouse, so it's got a lot of footage. Mm-hmm. So you get the appraisal back for that, and you go, nobody's going to pay this. I mean, it's funny. It goes both ways because it's all computer generated. AI is not always your friend.
And how often does it happen to where they get to go do this appraisal report and they get to the end of the blacktop and go, I'm not taking my car down that road.
Right.
So they sit there and do it on the internet and do some comparisons by punching in the address number up or the address number down and go check it out. And
whereas our guys that are here, the appraisers that are here,
they got
that
to pick up
work
truck to go
in
get
this,
it done.
It's like, oh yeah, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
And
that's Uncle Bill's
and we'll
old
go
place.
get it done. Yeah, that's right. That's down by the old Smith's property. Yeah. But and that's very important. And you need to kind of keep that in mind when you're dealing with your finances. This is a big decision for people. This is the largest decision you're going to, especially the first time. It's scary as hell. When you're sitting there trying to figure out, wow, are we doing the right thing? What should we be doing? Do we do a little more of this, a little of that? It is a big decision. But when we help people with this all the time, and we'll get them going in the right direction. We'll get them, start with your bank, whoever it is you deal with now. And then if that doesn't work, we can help to get you with some great people that are here locally in town and that are going to help you be successful. Because they want you to be successful too. They're part of the community.
Yeah.
That's got a lot to do with it.
Let's take a look at your numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 45 new listings came on the market, 4 commercial properties, 25 parcels of land came on, leaving 16 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $19,000 to $1.3 million. With 24 properties sold, 2 commercial properties, 7 parcels of land, 15 homes closed. They ranged in price from $775,000 to $38,000. So the average sale price this week was $308,000 with 178 days on market. 10 properties expired, and there were 32 residential price changes. Currently, we have 472 homes on the MLS. 179 of those are in Mountain Home. Year to date so far for 2026, there's been 38 homes have sold. The median sale price has been $213,000 with 110 days on market. Last year, there have been 52 homes sold. Median sale price last year was $217,000 with 57 days on market. And so it was just a different thing coming out of 24. Mm-hmm. There was still a little momentum behind it. In 24, in the beginning of the year, as those interest rates were starting to kick in, there were 37 sales. Median sale price was $205,000. In 23, 42 homes sold with the median sale price of $184,000. Let's see, in 22, middle of COVID, 76 homes closed in the first 3 weeks of January. Give you an idea of how things were. Median sale price then was $186,000. In 2019, the last year before COVID, 37 homes sold. Median sale price was $110,000 with 94 days on market. So prices are up, but they're coming back down. We're seeing, if you want to sell, you got to adjust to the market. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. You got to adjust to the market.
Be flexible.
Yeah. And buyers are coming in and they're wanting more. They're wanting more concessions, whether it's VA loans or just in general. They want everything fixed. They want, stuff that would normally just go by. They want that done, and then they'll want a credit. They don't necessarily want it all fixed. They want a credit, and then 5 years from now, when they go to sell the house, they'll call us back, and we'll go back out there, take a look, and say, "Did you ever fix those outlets in the pantry over there that were?" "Oh no, well, fix them now because you already were paid for those, and you took the money, you didn't do the work." And we've had that happen on many occasions.
How important is the pre-market home inspection coming?
We're liking it more and more. I would rather get in there. We had a home on the river. We weren't sure where we were going to be price-wise and stuff. We wanted to make sure that we didn't get surprised with anything. So get the home inspected. It's a couple $100. It doesn't have to be real detail, but you want to make sure that there's no deal breakers in there that you weren't aware of. You didn't know that there was a leak up in the ceiling in the attic, because nobody goes up there. There's a cracked rafter. Things like where your toilet is or where your shower is. There'll be a leak in there, and you won't know ever. But you get down there, and here's the drywall, the plywood on the floor is a big patch where it's all discolored and stuff. So you want to get ahead of those, because it's not going to go away. You're aware of it. The little stuff you can kind of say, look, we're aware of this. We're not going to do anything about it because it's a spot on the wall from an old leak that occurred, and you're going to paint it anyway. So we're not going to do anything with that. Roofs are still killers for the insurance companies. They're still killing us with roofs. And I like the inspection being done so you don't get surprised. So you think that you're walking down the aisle, you're going to the altar, and then all of a sudden, anybody have any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. And the inspector says, yeah, there's the foundation isn't right here. There's some stuff that's right.
How do they get you?
You want to get a hold of Bob. You want to get a hold of my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net. Enjoy the cameras. There's an IDX on our website. We have all the listings for everybody's property in the area. And we're here to help you out. That's really what we do. We do it day in and day out.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is her number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is her website. We'll see you next Friday for some more This Week in Real Estate.
Out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Sleep Mart is
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday, and that means it's basketball time. Coach Fulcher and Coach Leonard are with me this morning. How are y'all?
Good.
Busy week for basketball.
Yes, it's that time of season. I mean, every week is just rolling along.
At least you're going to have a little bit of a break this coming week.
I'll give you
Tuesday night to be off.
Yeah, that open. We have 2 open dates kind of built into our schedule. And I would say for our teams, it's extremely beneficial because we're the team that does the most traveling, and it's always been good for our guys. So we had Tuesday night off. That wasn't ideal for us to have to play on a Thursday night instead of tonight, but that's the weather. I mean, you just got to do what's right for kids and programs and but I think it will be beneficial having an extra night off for our guys. I think they need a little rest. We're kind of worn down after we've had a nice, really good, played 3 really good teams last 3 games, and doing it on just one day of rest was I saw that last night after our game.
Yeah, we need to go back and start with our recap all the way back to last Friday night. So you want to take off with that just a little bit?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we went to Van Buren. Van Buren is traditionally a really tough place to play. We're both teams. It was a big game for both of us. And, we shot it extremely poorly, and I thought our defensively, we did a really good job on our assignments. And the whole time I thought, man, we're going to get it going. We're going to get it going, and if we could just keep them within reach. And I was like, we've got to run in us. I know because I've seen it. And we just never did. And, they ended up beating us, I think, 13 or so. And but I felt after that game, I said we can make up for that. We can beat them in a hanger if we play defense like that, because we'll shoot it better at home. And then we followed that up, went to Farmington Tuesday, which is they were the top team in our conference, one of the best in the state, and that was a battle. They've got a lot of length and make everything so difficult, and they do a good job of taking away what you like to do, and they have the personnel to do that, and so that was kind of a long night for us, I think. And then, of course, last night
we'll talk about last night here in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Coach Leonard, how about Van Buren?
Probably as proud as I've been all year. Defensively, played extremely well. I mean, I think anytime you can hold a 5A West school, one of the teams that's predicted to be in the top 4 on their floor, hold them to 34 points. I was very pleased. Coach Husky and I both were very pleased. And that's one of those where you really anticipate going in there and just kind of grinding. Mm-hmm. And the last 2 games over there has been a 1-point game and a 3-point game. And I felt like they were better than they've been. And so for us to go in there, for our girls to go in there and we're never going to really just come out and go on a huge run and put people away quick. It's more, for us, it's more of a slow drip and a grind, and then you might look up like last night, and it's a heck of a game, and then the next thing you know, you're up 30. But it doesn't really seem to happen all of a sudden for us. And in that Van Buren game, we just chipped away and came out of there with a win. And then we went to Farmington and, again, carried over defensively the way, built on what we had already built on at Van Buren. And then, Farmington has the top-ranked player in the country in her class. And, Farmington right now is ranked number 1. They're right there with Valonia in 5A, and we've played both of those. We played on their floor, and we showed up defensively, and the lid was on the basket offensively. And hopefully we can get better, offensively and do some things better. And then, like you said, we'll talk about last night here in a little bit.
Coach Fulcher, the opposing coaches are watching film and they're keeping their eye on Rhett Gilbert. Van Buren held them to 3 points.
Yeah, Rhett's. It's not a secret. Rhett's our number 1 option. He's the one who everything kind of flows through him. And what we're always looking for is who can help take off the load. And you know, when somebody's doing that, it gives somebody an opportunity to step up, and that's what we're always looking, you know, for who's going to step up and help carry the load, and you know, we need that. When your best player's, you know, 5'9", and it's really there's really only a few spots that he can get shots from, and so you need other guys to open the floor up to free him up a little bit. A lot of times, if your best player is a post player or a 6'3" guard that can just go and get tough buckets, finish over people or through contact, you can still score in a variety of ways. We need open gaps for him, and the only way to do that is sink defenses. And with that, you got to have guys knock down shots. And so we always look forward to the challenge, and we always like challenging our guys. And it's up to our guys to kind of we need to surround him with better play.
Coach Leonard, how does the style of baskets that they have in Farmington and at Van Buren, the ones that are on the floor, I call them a cantilever. I don't know if that's the right word for it. They're not hanging from the ceiling like ours are. How much does that play on your players? Because they don't see that all the time. There's a lot of them out there.
You're talking about the goal itself?
Yeah, it seems like we're having a hard time hitting those.
It's different. I mean, I think more than the goal hanging or whether it's a standard from the floor, I think it's the backdrop. Van Buren is a unique arena, but you have a wall right there close to that one end, and then you got the other end. It's just like you go to. I remember one year when I was an assistant with Coach Wood, and we went to Bud Walton Arena for the state tournament, and now you get into a really weird situation if you never have shot on those type goals, or you go to when the new arenas came out. I think that always is a little. It's different, and every shooter has their niche, but I think more than anything is what we have to really talk about and emphasize is the goal is still 15 or the 10 feet, the free throw line's 15 feet, everything on the floor is the same, and you got to try to. I think it becomes more of a mental thing, to be honest with you, which is a huge thing. I mean, that's a big thing, but that's a good question, and I think as a coach you have to. You don't really talk about those things as much as you talk about, hey, the goal is still 10 feet and the floor is 94 feet. And it's kind of like the movie Hoosiers when, Gene Hackman took the tape measure out there and when they played in that big arena at Indiana. It's a mental thing more than anything.
A gym's a gym.
Yeah.
You just got to be ready to play it.
Yeah, and when you look at Livy and Brooklyn and Jay and as much as they've played, in the summer and traveling, they've played in every type gym and arena possible. So with especially those three, I don't think that they probably think about those things as much. So,
what's your thoughts on that, Coach Fulcher?
Again, kind of what Coach, as a coach, it goes through your thought process of like, hey, we're going to Van Buren, we're going to Alma. The backdrop is dark, but we never talk about those things with our kids because we don't give our kids opportunity to make excuses. We want them to again, kind of like what Coach said is. The goal's the same, the court's the same. Let's go out here and play ball. What can we do? What can we do to win? Not allowing any built-in excuses.
Yeah.
And they're tough. But anywhere you go in the 5A West, this is big boy basketball. It's tough to win on the road.
I'm going to tell you what makes more of a difference than anything was the way Farmington defended compared to some of the other teams. And, we hadn't seen a 3-2 like that, and I didn't do a very good job offensively of preparing us. And so we were taking more shots that were contested. And so I feel like that, and that's where I'll do a lot better job on the offensive side next time.
The team that was at Farmington, of course, the hype with Farmington is always there. They're at the top of the list in our conference and have been for a long time. They play some out-of-state schools that give them some good competition. They make the travel, but it seems like the boys' side, the hype wasn't near as high. But on the girls' side, they had Easton McCullough, who's the superstar over there. But you're going to find that in every school. There's going to be one player on each team that's going to be the hot dog.
Yeah, they've that they've got a really good thing going on over there right now. And it seems like at Mountain Home that we're just kind of there in the hunt every year. And you have certain teams that forever it was Greenwood and Farmington, and they have a special player, and the Taylor kid for the boys side, he's very similar to Easton on the girls side. And you don't fear anybody, you respect them, and I think the fact that both teams were 4-0 going in, the players we have, the players they have, and I think the media tends to make it way more important than what it is for a game in the middle of January. And it's weird that I say that, because I never would have thought that media would have such an effect on high school, but with social media today, and I mean, it's crazy. We were just talking before we came on the show about how much extra there is. I want to concentrate on X's and O's and getting ready for the game, and so does he. But the opportunities for kids today, we had a company coming in last night, and the things that they're doing are great, and the things people are providing for our kids are great. But I tell you, it's really tough sometimes to. I used to say that Colors Day or Homecoming I hated it because we got out of routine, much like this week, having to play on a Thursday. And I hate getting out of routine and distractions. But Bob, I'm telling you, it seems like every game with the things that go on and the things that are out there with social media is a distraction. And you almost feel like that you're not necessarily as much as a head coach anymore as you've grandfathered into being, some kind of therapist or psychiatrist. It's just
manager.
I mean, it's all the time, and the risk versus reward is great for the kids. We just got to make sure that we can manage that and have our kids ready to play.
Yeah, it's a huge balancing act, and you can see how, like, schools our size, most of them have 2 assistant coaches, and to be able to kind of spread out all the things that goes on with coaching on a day-to-day basis, and how those teams can utilize having another person, because there's so many things to juggle while trying to get your teams prepared and to win in a game like last night and stuff. But again, we do it because we love it and it's worth it. But it gets to be a bit much at times.
And we're not complaining, because I'd rather be here than sitting somewhere where nobody cares. I mean, we got a whole lot of people that care, and it's awesome. And Mountain Home's a really special place.
It's time for a break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment.
As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today, where comfort meets savings. Your senior.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Josh Fulcher, Coach Dell Leonard, Mountain Home Bomber basketball. Let's talk about last night. Coach Leonard?
Well, I would have liked to have had more focus and more concentration to start the game defensively. When I look back at where we were defensively against Van Buren and Farmington and the way we started those games, it was night and day. And kind of piggybacking on what I said earlier about playing at home is awesome, and the kids, there's a lot of different things going on, more than there were when I first started coaching, with all the social media and all that stuff. But we were not focused and we were not concentrating. And thank goodness about halfway through the second quarter we flipped the switch and got it, and that was a big win. I mean, it's I believe 20-20 at one point, late in the second quarter, and to look up and get the clock running, it tells you. I mean, it's just it's a team that when we're really good, but unfortunately sometimes when we lose our focus and concentration, we're not very good. And you know, Brooklyn Mitchell had a huge night, and what's special about this group, in some shape, form, or fashion, usually Livy, Brooklyn, and Jayla are going to combine for probably 75% of our offense. You know, Lauren and Lakin have both had those big nights. But in usually those three, it's usually pretty equal. You know, I think one night there was all three of them had 16, you know, so, you know, 48 points. But last night, you know, when you look at those three, again, they led us, but then Brooklyn breaks out of 41. And I think what was, for me as a coach, is looking at it a few times when Jayla drove, and she had a layup that might have been a little bit contested, but she gave it up to Brooklyn, or Lauren gave it up, or Lakin, or Livy, and that unselfishness will go a long way.
Teamwork.
Oh, yeah. And they were all excited for her. And I think, I've been talking to Coach Wood, and she's going to go back and check her old scorebooks, but I'm pretty sure I know in my tenure, in my time as a head coach, the most I remember was 38 points in the playoffs one year. Taylor Williams scored that against Pine Bluff. But I don't remember anybody ever having over 40. And, you know, Brooklyn having over 41 last night might be a Lady Bomber score record.
Coach Fulcher, it was good to see Rhett Gilbert get out of his little bit of a slump. He had 3 against Van Buren. I think he had 16 against Farmington. Last night he had 25 against the opponent there.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't stop anybody. I mean, they scored 83 points, and that's really unheard of generally by our teams. We look up, I think we've given up like 44 at halftime, and that's kind of where we want to be playing in a full game. Now, Alma came out and shot it extremely well. We all knew, you know, Shep Newcomb, number 5, is if not the best player in the conference, he's in the conversation. But what makes him a really good player, you know, every team has their best player, but the best players, the guys that are really considered great players, are ones that make their teammates around them better. And he is certainly that. He's that guy that gets everybody going, and he got everybody going. He's certainly the conversation most valuable player in our league. And we knew he would get his, but we had to do a better job on the other guys, and that's really where we failed the most, because we may not have an answer for Shep Newcomb, but we do have an answer for the other guys. And I was really disappointed in the guys surrounding him, and our defensive game planning and sticking with that. But we really, the way they played offensively, we were getting a lot of good looks. But the pace favored Alma. We scored 70 points. You should be winning those ball games. But the reason why it was such a high scoring ball game, because it favored Alma's play. We never dug our heels in defensively. Couldn't make consecutive stops. And I know they shot the ball extremely well, but on some of those things we're just not following scouting report when we're supposed to be there on a catch, making a guy bounce it, he's catching and getting rhythm looks. And I certainly expect us to follow the game plan better. With 1 day preparation, you try to pile it all in there, and so we're going to chalk it up to we'll do a better job of following our game plan next time. The unfortunate thing is we got to go to Alma and do that, but I'll take these guys on the road anywhere.
Coach Leonard, you've got a week before your next opponent. How do you prep for that?
Coach Husky and I watch a lot of film, and what's good for the girls is we will try to not necessarily have a long practice today, but have a really a hard practice, and mainly for conditioning going into the weekend. Weather-wise, it shouldn't have, hopefully, a lot of effect on us, because with the off day on Tuesday, we were going to be off Saturday and Sunday anyway. And then hopefully we get back into routine Monday. But I think just trying to dot every I, cross every T, leave no stone unturned, and give our kids a lot of confidence. When we're really prepared, we have confidence. The other side of that is, I know Coach Castleman over at Greenwood is going to be doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, 2 freight trains, headed head-on right towards each other. They've got a great player in the Piercy girl, and she's got a great supporting cast, and we've always struggled over there. It's one of the harder places to play in our league, but we're gonna, this is something that, again, a game the 3rd week in January, I guess toward the end of January, it shouldn't define your year whether you win or lose, but it's not going to put us in or put us out of the playoffs. But I would like to see our team take the next step, and I think that's a step that we haven't necessarily taken yet, is winning a big game on the road in conference against a team that's just as good, or what maybe some people consider better than us.
Coach Fulcher?
Yeah, like Coach said, we were already having an open buy, or the open date on Tuesday, so our kids were going to get this weekend off, and I think it'll be good for our guys, especially the way we have to play and need to play, and the games that we've played recently. It'll be good for them to get a little bit of an extra day off, and then hopefully we can get back into a routine. We're at Greenwood when we come back. That's always a tough place to play. They just got one of their best players, if not best player, back, and the Holt kid, who we all know is a D1 college baseball athlete, and we had a lot of trouble with him last year. And so Greenwood's going to be a really good opponent for us, but who's not? That's what one thing.
This is the 5A.
This is big boy basketball. Yeah, nobody's bad. Nobody's bad, and that's what makes it fun. I mean, like in this is like you have to prepare every game like it's a state tournament type game, and so I enjoy that. I love the chance. Hey, we're getting snowed in. Hopefully, my wife won't make me do too much chores, and I can really get in the film and get all that ready for our guys and ready to go for when we all get back together and come up with a good game plan against Greenwood.
When you guys say that they're going to have the extra day off, do they actually take it, or are they in the gym? You only got.
It depends on who they are. Some of them have a little bit different internal fire than others. Some of them will sit around and do nothing. Some of them will find a way to get in the gym, and that's the reason why we've been successful in girls basketball over the years. Is we've always had 1 or 2 kids find a way to get in the gym, and we need to, we again need to get more kids doing that.
Same thing, Coach?
Absolutely. Yep. Your best ones always find a way.
Yeah, no doubt. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Always,
Thanks
every
for
Friday.
having us.
Appreciate y'all being here. We will see you next Friday night at Greenwood.
Thanks, Bob.
Sounds good.
You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you next week.